Good afternoon, Robert Scribbler with the OBX wave report, filming south and east from Jeanette's Pier as a stormy swell builds off the North Atlantic Ocean. We have a storm system forming to our south and east off of Florida. This thing is expected to develop into quite the coastal storm, possibly developing tropical characteristics, and is already now beginning to hurl some 2 to 6 foot waves across the Outer Banks and the Mid-Atlantic, depending on your location. Did get out for surf session number 193 today. Surf session number 193 for 2023. Well on my way to 200 surf sessions, probably by the end of this month. Really stoked about being able to surf so much here in the wonderful waves of the Outer Banks, and did get out today in this kind of a washing machine type situation here off Jeanette's Pier with the stormy swells rolling in and the waves rising throughout the day today. All right, so let's get into some of the local wave observations as well as weather forecast for the Outer Banks over the next day or two. And the gnarly stormy waves are starting to arrive here in Nag's Head with, according to the official wave reports, 4 to 6 foot waves. In my opinion, not quite that large right now, but that's what the official wave reports are saying. 4 to 6 foot waves, choppy conditions with an easterly swell coming in at 4 feet and 14 seconds. That's definitely believable. East-northeast winds coming in at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Those winds are expected to strengthen throughout the day and into tonight. Air temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. Ocean water temperatures 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Up to our north in Virginia Beach, waves in the range of 3 to 5 foot with glassy conditions. Those conditions are likely to change as more stormy conditions begin to spread northward there as well. At Rodanthe, we've got 4 to 6 foot waves and choppy conditions with an easterly swell coming in at 4.8 foot and 14 seconds. Northeast winds a bit stronger down there at Rodanthe at 16 miles per hour. Air temperatures in the upper 70s. Ocean water temperatures 77 degrees Fahrenheit. And at Buxton, 4 to 6 foot waves, choppy conditions with an east-southeast swell at 4.5 feet. As we watch one of these storm swells roll in here, you can see these larger storm swells coming in off the Atlantic here, and a lot of them just flushing this whole area near Jeanette's Pier with some white water. All right, down at Buxton, yes, northeast winds at 17 miles per hour, air temperatures 75 degrees, ocean water temperatures 79, and last of all at Frisco, waves in the range of 3 to 5 foot with some side shore chop. Okay, let's get down to the weather forecast and the weather observations provided for us by the scientists at the National Hurricane Center and the National Weather Service. And right now we've got multiple areas of interest in the Atlantic, the North Atlantic, very stormy right now. First of all, there is Hurricane Nigel, which is up in the northern central Atlantic Ocean right now, northern central North Atlantic, 85 mile per hour, category 1 hurricane, moving toward the northeast at 30 miles per hour. This storm is expected to become an extratropical storm off Greenland and Iceland by Friday through Saturday. Nigel has mainly been a fish storm and is expected to remain so. We also have now a low pressure system off of Florida. You can see the clouds associated with it as we look to the south at the stormy North Atlantic and the stormy skies here. This low is expected to strengthen and bring gale force winds, large surf, and heavy rain to the Outer Banks starting late today and running through Friday and Saturday. This system has a 40% chance of developing into a tropical cyclone as it moves into the very warm waters of the Gulf Stream, record warm waters just offshore here at 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Those warm waters providing fuel for storms, and according to the National Hurricane Center, possibly causing this new storm system to develop some tropical characteristics. Nonetheless, very stormy conditions expected across the Outer Banks, regardless of whether or not the storm develops into a tropical cyclone. And last of all, we have a storm system in the eastern tropical Atlantic. This disturbance having a 70% chance of developing into a tropical cyclone in the next 7 days. So once again, a very stormy North Atlantic environment, likely to bring waves to the Outer Banks across over the coming days. And these wave conditions likely to be very sketchy, very gnarly as we get on into the day today, tonight, and into tomorrow and Saturday. If you guys do get out in the water, please exercise caution. Very dangerous conditions, very dangerous riptides, unruly surf, sketchy conditions, undertow, all the things. So please be careful if you do get out there and get into the surf over the next coming days. All right, so thank you for joining me for this session of the OBX Wave Report. I'm going to be heading south to Murrells Inlet this coming Saturday, so I will be filming at a remote location at Murrells Inlet on the beach. It's always very exciting being in Murrells Inlet, but I will be taking a bit of a hiatus from the Outer Banks. So what we will be doing is providing the wave observations for both the Outer Banks and for Murrells Inlet, as we watch the surfer try and drop in on a choppy wave. It's a bit challenging today with that backwash. So yes, I will be filming from Murrells Inlet, but we'll still be providing you guys with the OBX observations so that you can have them for you. All right, so thank you for joining me for this session of the OBX Wave Report on this Thursday, September the 21st, September the 21st. And as I always do at the end of my sessions, I'd like to ask you guys to please do everything you can to protect our coastlines from the impacts of climate change driven by fossil fuel burning, those impacts being rising sea levels, more intense storms, ocean heat waves, which harm our ocean environment, and ocean acidification, which harm our coral reefs. Main solution to climate crisis being the mass deployment of clean energy, which will help reduce those carbon emissions driven by fossil fuel burning and reduce the impacts of climate crisis to our coastlines. So thank you for joining me once again as we look out at this stormy North Atlantic. I do have some GoPro videos for you guys, and we'll be uploading that to Instagram later today.